Happy 4th of July. We got a good one with some buffalo mac and cheese. 4th of July, this is one of my favorite side dishes. I'm going to start off with a rotisserie chicken that I got at my local grocery store. I went ahead and chopped that up into small pieces. I boiled my pasta earlier, so I got my macaronis ready to go. We're going to start this dish off on the stove with our Dutch oven. As you can see from my last video, this is one of my favorite pots to use. Then we're going to cook up some bacon. Applewood smoked bacon is my bacon of choice, and I got thick cut bacon because I feel like it cooks up nicely. Wanted to take some time, really develop that color, and then I also want to extract some of the fat from that because I'm going to use that for a New Orleans staple, which is my roux, to get this buffalo mac and cheese started. This is going to be the base of everything, and then we're going to add flavor as we go throughout the video. I'm going to take my bacon out and use that as a garnish and a topping for the buffalo mac and cheese later on in the recipe. You'll see that coming with some other toppings that I got that's going to really enhance this dish and make it pretty tasty. Once I take all the bacon out, the bacon takes about 15 minutes to cook off when it's cooked like that. Next, we're going to add in some all-purpose flour, just 1/4 of a cup, and you'll see that bubble up, but we'll go ahead and get that to calm down here in just a minute as the dish progresses. We want to basically have it look like almost like a light blonde color, which is perfect, and you'll pull some of the small bacon bits off of the bottom of the pan. We're going to add in some garlic, 4 cloves chopped finely. I love my garlic, which obviously you guys have seen in the last video. That's also going to give the dish some depth. We'll follow that up with some cream cheese. You want an 8-ounce block of softened cream cheese, and really just get that incorporated in there, kind of cook it down, and you'll see as we start to pull things off of the bottom of the pan. And this is not burning, this is just cooking off. Next, I'm going to add some sherry. I talked about sherry wine before. It's a really, really great background note for almost any dish, and this will give it that richness that enhances the dish. To add some additional richness, we're going to talk about some heavy cream. The heavy cream is also going to be one of the base before I add in some milk, and that's going to help me form this nice consistency, as you can see, which is what we want before we add in the cheese. This is perfect, and obviously it can't be buffalo without some Frank's Red Hot, so I'm adding in some Frank's Red Hot sauce. That's gonna give it a little bit of spiciness. It'll give it that rich orange color, and now with that being in there, it's gonna make it real easy for me to add the cheese. I lowered my fire because I want to make sure that I don't curdle the cheese on a, put that in softly. So I add a little S&P, a little salt and pepper in there. I don't need much because with the cheese and all the other ingredients, most of them already have a good bit of salt, and then obviously using the bacon fat, you already know bacon has a lot of salt based in it. So now that I got my cheeses, it's a combination of cheddar, mozzarella, American, Parmesan, and what I did was I chopped up the American. I like to use just the regular slices of white American cheese, and I don't want to put too much of this in there because, again, I don't want to curdle everything and then the pot gets overloaded. So I'm going to add a little bit more in there as it goes, and this will really, really start to come together. And you'll see we're at the point now where I can go ahead and pour everything in. Look at that. I mean, come on. Can't be mad at that. I'm gonna pour the rest of the cheese in before we add the chicken. And as that thickened up, now I'm gonna add the rotisserie chicken in here. And that's just, I get the mojo chicken. We have Publix here in Orlando, which is where I'm from. And I'm telling you, man, that mojo chicken, the way they do it is just good. It can't get no better. So we let that cook up for just a second before I throw in the macaroni noodles. And once I get those in there, we're pretty much at the cusp of the finish line. So got the macaroni noodles in there, which means we're almost home free. You want to talk about looking good. Now I'm going to pour this in a couple batches. Again, I don't want to overload my pot or pour too much in at the same time. So I'm going to add a little bit more in there. And based on where I got, I thought I needed 3 cups, but really looking at how much cheese and the sauce that we have, we only really need 2 cups. The rest of that I'll use for another dish at a later time. It's just gonna cook up and finish up, and then I'm gonna get this in my cast iron skillet. Now that everything's all done, I'll pour it in the cast iron skillet. Get this pretty much ready for the oven. I've already preheat my oven to 350 degrees. I'm gonna add some toppings to this dish, and it's gonna be a combination of a little bit of extra cheese, extra cheddar cheese. Remember the bacon that we cooked off at the beginning, so I can't leave the bacon out. I gotta add the bacon. You need that. So once we add the bacon in, I took and melted some butter, and I cut up some fresh parsley. So the nice toppings that's gonna consist of some parsley, some panko breadcrumbs, and some butter with some Parmesan cheese. So I'm gonna top that off, put that on top, and then we're gonna get this in the oven to finish off this dish. Look how delicious this looks after coming out of the oven. I'm not even gonna put it on a plate. I'm just gonna show y'all because my mouth is watering so bad right now, and I can't wait to dive into this dish. From my table to your table, I want to thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. Please like and subscribe.